So this past weekend, I made it over to Orlando to attend the Reef-A-Palooza event, and it was quite impressive. And I think one of the most impressive things to me was the popularity of the event. It was so crowded, though, it was actually quite difficult to browse in a comfortable manner and see all the things you would probably want to see. But all the vendors were there, all the dry goods, the sumps, the filter boxes, the controllers, the lights, the fish food, the salts, any of the dosing equipment, reactors, and dosing chemicals. All those suppliers were there. If you have any equipment you had questions on, it would have been a great place to go because you get access to the manufacturer and the distributors and the most knowledgeable people for sure. So I didn't really come with any questions for as far as that goes, but I did want to come see the event, and actually I kind of hoped I wasn't shopping for coral, but boy, what a place to come to if you are shopping for coral. The immensity of the displays, and one display after another of beautiful corals to be looked at. But I hope that maybe I would maybe see some familiar faces and actually get to know some other people that were interested in the hobby. But to be honest with you, that didn't really happen. There was just too many people there, just so many people. It was just, we were just kind of almost climbing over one another just to get around. And at least I was there at Saturday in the afternoon, and they had a speaking, and I thought maybe I'd attend some of the speaking engagements. But the particular talk that afternoon, was Saturday afternoon, was on water changes. And I thought, this would probably be a good idea as people funnel out to go listen to the speaker. We may have a little bit more browsing room in the event area to look at the displays and catch things. Everything was there. There was giveaways, and I got a free t-shirt and some other giveaways too, which was kind of fun. But I did run into a few of the local shops that I normally frequent in Orlando, and also I go visit Jacksonville enough that I'm in the stores up there probably just as often as I am in the Orlando stores, and the fellow there selling corals recognized me, and I got talking to him a little bit. But other than that, I really didn't run into anybody I knew. There's just so many people there, and I just didn't get into talking to anybody about the hobby as maybe I hoped I would. But I came with my wife. We had a good day. We browsed around, looked at things, went out to lunch together, and had a good day of it. But I love fish, and this wasn't really a saltwater fish event. It was more of a reef event, of course, and with all the beautiful corals and the live corals and all that. But I do love to look at fish, and there was some displays with some fish in it, of course, and it gives you some thoughts and feelings about what kind of fish you like, and I just see something different. I'm loving to see different things. And actually, there was actually some displays out there that they had freshwater fish, which was surprising, and actually they were quite nice and fun to look at as well. But I ran into this Puma Labs, and they're an outfit here in Florida that's been raising tank raised. They've been breeding angelfish and the Singapore angelfish. So when I came up to the display, the first thing I thought is, oh, there's a tank full of juvenile butterfly fish. And they're all kind of shoaling together quite nice and beautiful looking butterfly, but they're not butterflies, they're angelfish. They're the Singapore angelfish. Puma Labs breeds them and raises them and gets them very hardy and being tank raised, of course, eating the dry foods and the quality foods, of course. And so the reliability and the success of keeping one of their angelfish is a lot higher, I think, than maybe some of the angels that you get in the stores that have traveled around the world to get there and been exposed to who knows how many different water and different water qualities. So actually I was quite tempted to get one of these angels because they look like butterflies. That kind of tickled me, and I really enjoyed that. They were $50 a piece for these little ones. Now you notice there's a couple up here, a couple gray ones up in the bag. They were $3,500 a piece. So quite expensive for one reason or another. The rarity of them, whatever. But the most of the ones you see here swimming around, the little ones, for $50. They're probably well worth that price. The success of keeping them alive are very good. As you know, angelfish are fairly easy anyway. They're normally a hardy fish to keep. I've collected angelfish, numerous angelfish in Florida waters for decades, and they're always been easy and had them for years. And one of the things, as much as I wanted to kind of purchase one of these, was I did put in the raffle to see if I could win a pair, but I didn't win. But one of the things that kept me back from actually purchasing one of these, because I like them so much, is the fact that I do plan on getting back down and doing some more collecting, and collecting angels is usually fairly I usually am fairly successful in collecting angels. Eventually I'll get down there. It's just a matter of taking some time out and going and doing collecting. It's fun, but it's not as easy as it sounds to take time off and find time in your life to make a trip and be gone for a few days, a week or whatever, and get in and collect your own stuff. But when I do it, it's great fun. But so Reef-A-Palooza, this is pretty much the event. I can see now why people buy the premium tickets. I got the general admission ticket, which got me in during the Saturday and Sunday. But if you want after hours, or you want to come in on Friday, that's a premium ticket. And so it makes sense now why you would buy one of those. It's probably a lot less people, a lot more time to browse and actually talk over things and actually have some time to look at all the different corals and stuff. But for me, I live in the area, so heading on over to Worldwide Corals or up to Jacksonville, the Bio Reef, or many of the other ones that were here at the event, I'm really just a short ride away to go look at the coral displays. And but at this moment, really, I'm interested in fish more than I am coral, and I'm looking at getting some new lights for my tank, and I think that's going to make a world of difference in what kind of corals I keep, and actually making it a little bit easier on me, and for me to keep my corals and maintain them even while I'm gone. Anyway, I thought I'd include you in on this week's adventure, and I'll catch you next time.